Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal, and I want to familiarize you with one of my favorite websites, which is AbortionDocs.org. A lot of pro-choice people go, oh, I'm not going to go there because it's run by those anti-choicers at Operation Rescue. Well, those anti-choicers at Operation Rescue are doing work that pro-choicers should be doing, which is looking into abortion clinics and providing information so that before a woman trusts her life to them, she can go and look and see what information is available. Now, you have to keep in mind that it's not going to be complete. Operation Rescue just gets what people send to them. So just because there aren't documents about a specific clinic doesn't mean it necessarily has a clean bill of health. You have to look at the totality. So you can look by the doctor's name or the clinic's name if you're interested in the specific name, but I wanted to just kind of cruise. So I went to this US state generator and generated 4 random states. So you've got Hawaii, Kentucky, Vermont, and Delaware. So let's go in and we'll look at Hawaii. And see what they have. So the number of documents isn't necessarily, again, going to be that they've got 8 lawsuits against them or 8 bad inspection reports. It might just be their incorporation documents. So let's see what they have at the Honolulu Planned Parenthood. Okay. So there's the building, there's the map, there's the address, their 990 form, lobbyist registration form, and their Planned Parenthood of Hawaii annual gala. Okay, so not a whole lot there. You really can't tell the quality of the facility. Here's the Maui Planned Parenthood. And I have no idea what that photo, I guess it's the photo on their website. So again, they don't have enough information there that you could gauge, but they do have the names of the various doctors there. You can click on them and see this abortion research associate job, fellowship in family planning training, statement in favor of increased funding for family planning in Hawaii. So, just because they have a lot of documents, that doesn't mean that they have nothing but bad documents. This is a good place for you to go and vet your clinic, and you can decide maybe that one doctor looks a little bit more reputable than others. I gotta tell you though, I'm seeing a lot. I don't know why, but it just really gives me the creeps to see all these female abortionists. It seems like abortion should be more something that women would be so revolted by that they wouldn't get involved at all. So University of Hawaii Women's Options Center, their instructions for patients, patient intake form. Okay, so not a whole lot of information on that. So not a breathtaking amount of information here in Hawaii. They've got 2 pages. The rest are going to be doctors. They always start with the facilities first and then go with the doctors. You got a glamour shot going there. What do we have going with her? Dang, you got like your TikTok thing going here. Okay, so nothing really bad on any of them. So then our next one was what, Kentucky? So let's go back to Abortion Docs and select Kentucky. Kind of see what we have there. Oh, EMW, this place is a piece of work. Their security guard was raping people. He was like bringing women into the building after hours to rape them. He was a bad dude. So, yeah, this is a live action video about them giving medically misleading information, saying, I mean, at this point, there's not any brain activity. You don't get brain activity till like 18, 19 weeks. That's not true. Let's have a little bit of what they're saying there. Okay, so that's good information to know. When you go in, they're not going to give you accurate information. Complaint, notice of intent to revoke. This letter was dated 3/13/27 and orders EMW to come into compliance within 10 days or face license revocation for failing to meet licensing requirements. That deadline was later extended. Transfer agreement between EMW and the University of Louisville. Plaintiff's disclosure, license restrictions, deficiencies report. So no deficiencies reported in November 15th of 2019, but it says deficiencies cited in relicensure survey October 11th. So let's dig through that and see what we find. Okay, so let's see. So there's a requirement about pharmaceutical services. Says this requirement was not met as evidenced by, it was termed if facility failed to maintain pharmaceutical services provided, single-use preservative-free dosing vials were used as multiple dosing vials. In addition, prescription drugs of Cytotec, Zofran, Energen, influenza vaccine, and RHOD immune globulin were not secured, and medications were stored in the refrigerator with blood specimens and laboratory equipment controls. Observation of examination room during tour revealed an unlocked, unsupervised base cabinet. Top right drawer contained 3 coin-sized yellow envelopes stapled, labeled as Cytotec abortion pill. And so the drugs were just sitting there loose in a drawer. So, if you're curious, you can go in and you can read the details of the inspection report. So that's EMW. I clicked on them because I knew they were interesting. Louisville Health Center, Planned Parenthood. Let's look at that and see what we've got. That's not a particularly savory looking place. Warning, this facility was not licensed to do abortions and has been ordered to cease and desist by the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Planned Parenthood of Indiana and Kentucky plans to merge with Planned Parenthood of the Pacific Northwest and Hawaii. Lost hospital privileges, legally cannot do abortions. I mean this Jeffrey Glazer guy might be interesting. It looks like a mugshot. License reinstatement and malpractice info. License restrictions, malpractice history. OBGYN patient brings malpractice lawsuit. Okay, so if you were curious, you could go there and learn more. So just kind of slipping around the law there. And those evidently are the only freestanding facilities. So you've got the doctors. Nobody I've had any particular reason to. It's in Vermont. What have we got going in Vermont? Okay. Planned Parenthood Pill Clinic. It's only one document. I don't actually have a document. Okay. Let's tell you it's in an old house. Bennington Center doesn't have a whole lot. Northern New England Planned Parenthood. I'm guessing that a lot of those documents are going to be related to suing a patient? What the? PP may have sued patient. Plaintiff, Planned Parenthood versus Elizabeth O'Brien. Why do they think that might be a patient? It could just be, that could be anybody. Okay. Supreme Judicial Court of Maine denies Planned Parenthood's petition in the personal injury case of a woman who died from cervical cancer. information, just information about them. What's in this Jenkins via versus Almy? Not sure what that's about. License restrictions. Okay, so those don't seem to be any. Let me move this over this way so it stops defaulting back to it. Rutland. Oh, it's because Andrew Rutland, that name comes to mind. Yeah, application for nursing license. They got nothing really going on there. I'm guessing that, again, this is a bunch of documents about, yeah, Planned Parenthood being involved in a lawsuit. I think they're suing the state about something. So, not a whole lot going on in Vermont. And then we have Delaware. So, let's see. I think the Wilmington one was the one where the nurses went public with what a hellhole it was. Okay, so you got a uncontrolled bleeding emergency, an unconscious patient emergency, former employee. So this is Jane Mitchell testimony. My name is Jane Mitchell Werberch. I worked as a registered nurse at Planned Parenthood for approximately 27 days between April 20th and August 8th, 2012. The first problem I noticed at Planned Parenthood of Delaware was the dangerous behavior of Dr. Timothy Liveright. In no particular order, I saw Dr. Liveright slapping a patient, placing patients about to receive abortion procedures on operating tables still wet with the blood of the previous patients, refusing to use sterile gloves during procedures, singing hymns about sin to girls during the painful dilation phase of an abortion, acting condescending to African American patients by implying they were ignorant, performing rushed abortions in only 8 minutes. 8 minutes is actually a long time. Allowing sedated patients to wander down Market Street dazed and confused, leaving sedated patients while attending to a mechanical problem involving his private airplane, playing peekaboo with patients, and much more. Unfortunately, I've only scratched the surface of the problem, so wow. This is a long document from this nurse. He really pissed her off. Planned Parenthood never notified women of STDs. Planned Parenthood knew about nightmarish conditions about clinic, but did nothing. Let's see. So this is from LifeSite. Okay, so these are the nurses that came forward. So, yep, this Wilmington place was just nasty. So, this is a patient who sued for medical negligence and resulting injuries, and then they've got the various 911 calls. Oh, they redacted the phone number. Okay, so there's that stuff there. So basically, that's your tour. That was our 4 states that I thought you might like to see and get an idea of what the Abortion Docs website's all about.